Hey guys, welcome back on the channel. So this is a bit of an old tweet from Orca, it's July the 2nd, but this brings really great news, especially if you look for providing liquidity or even if you're a more conservative traditional finance user that still knows the potential for crypto and liquidity pools. And now on Orca, there's all of these tokenized equities available for people to deploy liquidity on. So you can deploy liquidity in any of these. There's Tesla, Nvidia, Circle, among others. You can earn yield on those, but still you're not exposed to the volatility of the crypto market because these are tokenized equities. So if you go here on Orca, I just ordered this by rewards because these pools are being incentivized. So if you're looking for these tokenized equities, you see there's Tesla, paired with USDC, Nvidia, SPY, Circle, or MSTRX, which is MicroStrategy. So all of these are being incentivized also with the Orca token. Liquidity is not all of that much crazy so far. This is something which is very recent still, and you can earn decent yield on it. It's not going to be as crazy as some other things on Solana, for example Solana USDC, but still this is just the beginning, and all of this have very interesting volume to liquidity ratio. You see, for example, on this one, 400k volume, TVL is under 70k. Excellent ratio. This one the same, 155k in volume, 61k TVL, 632,000 volume, 300,000 TVL. So we are always looking at a volume much higher than the TVL, which is really good. The thing is that these pools will have a lower fee tier. So in order for this to count, volume does need to pick up as it is. So if it just stays like this, we're earning very decent yield. But once again, remember, there's Orca rewards being available for all of this. For example, this one has 72% in rewards, Nvidia. This one has 39, Circle has 75%, and MicroStrategy 72%. So the Orca rewards are really making up for it, at least right now. This is a good opportunity for us to test out any or all of these pools. Remember that they will work a bit different because after all they are tokenized assets. So during the weekends there's going to be massive drop here in the volume, because in the weekends most of the volume that you will see here will be from crypto users just trading the tokens, because the stock market is closed, and all of this volume that is really on the high end as we see now, forget about that during the weekends. Okay, so really great opportunity here on Orca, even for people in the traditional finance sector if you want to give it a go. None of these pools gives you exposure to the crypto market in a broad way, at least. Of course, we have exposure to USDC, but that's a stable coin. I have not tested this out so far, but I'm very interested to do it in the short term. Remember that although this is on Orca and this is a market that doesn't reflect the Bitcoin's price. So if you see Bitcoin pumping or dumping, none of these will be all that much affected because they're part of the traditional finance sector. Okay, so very interesting opportunity right now. Take advantage of it as they are being currently incentivized on Orca. The incentives are not all that crazy. So these are the rewards being distributed to the liquidity providers for a 24-hour time span. But still, it's better than nothing. And I'm always on the lookout for incentivized pools because that's the cherry on top of the cake. For the most part, incentives can really help you out to avoid impermanent loss, or at least make you break even. And if that's the case, it breaks even, then the LP fees, they will be pure profit. So that's one of the reasons I'm always on the lookout for incentives on any given DEX, any given pool. And by the way, let me also point out that you will not see crazy spikes with any of this when it comes to price volatility, because once again, these are tokenized assets from the real world stock market. We're not talking about crazy crypto stuff that goes up and down 50% in a day or more. So for example, let's go here with 4-hour candles, and we can see that from the inception of this pool, it had a minus 1% fluctuation up to 4%. So overall a 5% range would have kept you in range for the whole time. But if you go here with a 1% range, yeah, So this is probably the best one. It would have kept us in range for 99% of the time, generating yield. Probably we could even tighten it up a little bit more for some extra yield boost. So yeah, definitely pay attention to that, because these are not traditional crypto liquidity pairs. All of this will have a much tighter range, and that's good because it helps you also to counter this lower pool fee tier. So let's see here with Tesla, how much have they fluctuated in price? Minus 5%, plus 6%, so overall 10% price. 5.5 would have kept us in range for the whole time. A bit more volatility here, but still nothing that compares to what happens on average in a crypto liquidity pool. Alright, so this is what I wanted to share with you. Go check these pools. They're being incentivized, get exposure to the stock market through crypto decentralized exchanges. These are just small steps, small hints in my opinion, that we see that companies are paying attention to crypto, to the novelty of this technology, and they're trying to test things out. So this can be actually quite promising for the future of crypto, for mass adoption, for the case of the whole mainstream embracing this type of technology. So let's see what it brings to the future. But yeah, overall I think these are great news. Very curious to test this out myself. If you have already tested it out yourself, let me know in the comments what were your results. So thank you for watching, guys. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. I'm going to wrap this one up. Take care, keep exploring crypto. I'll see you on the next one.